I think one of the hardest things about getting older is genuinely realizing that people who you thought were going to be in your life forever just aren't anymore. And this is coming from someone who's had friendships end because we've had a massive fallout or we've just grown apart. Definitely some cases where I stayed in some friendships longer than I should have. So today I wanted to sit down and talk about some of the things that I wish I knew when I was younger about friendships. So I have got my iPad with me because I have written down some things that I want to talk about today. So the first one, starting off strong with not every friendship is meant to last. Now I wish I could go back and tell the younger me to stop stressing about my friendships and if they're going to be there forever, because not everything is meant to last. I would like to consider myself as someone who in high school had quite a lot of girlfriends, but out of the 8 to 10 odd girls that I used to know in high school, I definitely am only close to 2 of them now, and honestly I wouldn't change that for the world. You know, you shouldn't be upset by that, you shouldn't be afraid of it, because people change, their priorities change, you move on, you get into relationships, career changes, you might move away. There are so many different factors that come into it. Like, you can't expect to be friends with the 8 or 10 people that you once knew. I do remember quite a significant turning point for me and my friendships was when we left school and went to college. Or pretty much everyone went to the same college, and I didn't. The college that I went to, I don't think anyone from my school went to. I mean, I personally feel like my high school failed me as a student, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, I ended up going to a college that no one else from my school went to, so making friends was quite hard, and I do genuinely think that was a significant turning point for all of my current friendships, that I just didn't have them anymore. We weren't seeing each other every day. Another turning point for me, I would say, is when I left high school, I actually only went to college for about 1.5 years, so I actually got a job, and I think for me that was also another turning point, because I had a job, I had a commitment, I had to go to work every single day. Like, I couldn't just be hanging out with my friends because I had to work. And I think that was also a significant point for me, where I actually matured quite a lot quicker than some of my friends. And the irony of that is I feel like I was quite mentally delayed in high school. I just felt like I wasn't mentally mature as everybody else. Like, I felt like I should have been in the year below. But then as soon as I left school and got a job, my mental maturity like skyrocketed over all of my friends, which I thought was funny. But I do think that played such an important role in me having the selection of friends that I have now compared to what I did then. I just think when we're younger, we put so much pressure on our friendships to last forever. And you know, like, that's okay. Realistically, people are only like a chapter of your life rather than the whole book. It's quite a nice way to look at it, I think. But the next thing I wrote down was, you don't need to change yourself to fit in. And oh my god, I wish I knew this in high school. I wish I knew this in high school, because I was constantly changing who I was, changing my appearance, saying different things to fit in, going along with things because I thought it was what my friends wanted to hear, not voicing my opinion on something, or just having the same opinion as everyone else. I honestly, it was almost like I didn't have a brain. I just show any personality of myself because I thought I was weird. I thought I was weird, and I thought that was what I had to hide to fit in, which is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. Like, do not change who you are as a person to fit in. I just think if you are coming away from a friendship or meeting up with a friend and thinking, was I too annoying? Was I too loud? Did I say the wrong thing? Do they even like me? If you're coming away from a friendship asking those questions, that's not a friendship for you, and you need to find your people. Like, trust me, my love, that is not a friendship you need to be in. The third thing I've written down is, someone making you feel small isn't a friendship. Now again, this is something I went through quite a lot, and I feel like I got quite a lot of friendship trauma from this topic. So I used to have a friend in primary school. She was my best friend in primary school, best friends going into high school. But as we started to get halfway through high school, she changed a little bit. She started to tease me about things, make comments about my appearance. She used to go and flirt with the boys that I like. She would like make jokey comments about me in the corridors to her other friends, and I just felt embarrassed and uncomfortable. And I remember a really significant point where we were queuing up outside our form, and she made a comment about my flat chest and my small boobs, and to this day it's now something that I've got a complex about to this day. I just think, you're my friend, why are you saying that? So if you've currently got a friendship in your life where you're constantly getting backhanded compliments, constantly being the butt end of the joke, feel like they're always competing with you, you always leave conversations embarrassed, honey, they're not a friend. Get rid of him, bin him off. You don't fucking need him, because honestly, there are so many more people out there who are going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, because no friend should treat you like that. I think when you're younger, you convince yourself that's their personality, when it's not. It's not right. It's not on. It's terrible. The next thing I've written down, which is actually quite funny, is, you don't need a dramatic friendship breakup. Honestly, primary school, high school, all of our friendships were so dramatic. There was drama left, right and centre. Young girls in high school are awful. Speaking from experience, because I was one. And the point that I'm making here is, you don't need to have this massive dramatic breakup with a friend. I just think you don't need a massive argument. You don't need any betrayal. You don't need someone to do something awful to you. Have this huge falling out. Sometimes you can simply say, this friendship's not making me happy anymore. You can love someone, fun, have amazing memories, and be grateful for what they have brought to your life, and still decide that that friendship isn't a good fit for your life anymore. So next I've written down that friendship shouldn't be one-sided. Now this again is something I had to learn the hard way. Now I'm not talking about keeping score, I'm talking about consistently feeling like you're the only one putting in the effort. If you're always the one arranging the plans, you're always the one checking in, you're always traveling to them, like you're always there when they need you, but they're never there for you when you need them. That's the difference. And you know, sometimes a friendship doesn't need to be 50-50. A friendship can be 80-20 and that's okay, but it should never be fully one-sided. Like you should never leave a friendship or relationship thinking I'm exhausted. That's a really significant point where you should be thinking, probably isn't for me. So the next thing I wrote down, which is something I've experienced a lot with my younger friendships, is the drama isn't worth it. If I had £1 for every time the friendship group had this massive drama going on, I'd be a fucking millionaire now, let me tell you. Because when you're younger, the drama can feel so important. Like who said that, the group chat, the screenshots, the receipts, like it's just almighty consuming. And now I just think how fucking exhausting. Exhausting. Like the things that consumed me as an 18-year-old just would not even touch my radar now. And you know, the lesson from this is not everything needs a reaction. So the last thing I've written down here, which is actually the most important one of this entire video, I personally think, is being able to say what you think. And I think this is a really important one to finish on because friendship problems often become this really big thing that they don't need to because no one is saying anything. If you're getting annoyed, you're not saying anything, you're letting things build up, that's so bad for you because then you just get more annoyed, you might tell another friend or a family member, you overthink it, all of a sudden you've built up 6 months worth of resentment, when what you could actually do is just say, hey, that actually upset me. If you are a true friend to someone and if someone's a true friend to you, you will be able to just call each other out seamlessly and without fear of being judged or the other person being defensive, because I just truly believe like a friendship, you can be completely honest with each other and just say, hey, I didn't appreciate that, and they should be able to take it, and vice versa. If you can't take any criticism that they're giving you, I just think give that other person in the friendship an opportunity to respond. Because sometimes a conversation fixes all of that. I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the years about friendships is I would rather have a handful of friends where I can comfortably be 100% wholeheartedly myself, rather than having loads of friendships where I'm constantly questioning where I stand. And if you're currently going through a friendship breakup or you're starting to realize a friendship isn't what it used to be, I just want you to know like you haven't failed. It is just normal. And sometimes people just grow in different directions. Anywho, if you've enjoyed having this little sit down girly chat with me, then please hit that subscribe button because I want my channel to be like this safe space where we can sit down and have real conversations like this. I just think if younger me knew any of this, I probably would have had a completely different experience. Anywho, thank you very much for watching this video and I will see you in the next one.